Today, we are going to be making a kitchen towel scarf. What is a kitchen towel scarf? It is something you can wear around your neck so that your towel is always at your fingertips. It's not over on your stove where it looks really pretty, and it's not laying on the counter where you left it the last time you used it. You have it with you all the time. I've got a couple of different sizes that I make. I think it's a great, if you're going to sell it, maybe offer 3 sizes, like a petite, a medium, and a tall. This is what I would consider a petite. It's about 35 inches, what we're going to be making today. I consider that 5 foot and under probably for somebody. And then I'm 5'5", and this one for me is like great. I like the length of this and the way that it hangs. This one was at about 40. So you've got 35, that one's about 40, maybe a little less. And then you could do one that's like 42, something like that. What you're gonna need to make this very easy, beginner-friendly project is a kitchen towel, and they are all somewhere around 18 by 28. Any size is gonna work. You just have to figure out how to fold it. But this is an 18 by 28. I've cut this in half, and so now I have 2 pieces that I'm going to be working with, one for each side of my scarf. What you do is you lay it out. You're gonna do the raw cut side where you just cut this in half. You're gonna find the middle and you're gonna mark that. And then you're gonna go out 4 inches on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna mark that. And then you're gonna go 1, 2, 3 out from there, and you're gonna mark that. This is a heat erase pen, so I can scribble all over this, and when I add the iron to it, it's all gonna disappear. And then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 out and mark that. And then let me teach you how you're gonna origami this thing. You're gonna take the 4 inches and give it a pinch. So you're gonna pick that up and guesstimate down here, doesn't matter, and then bring that in. You're gonna fold it over on itself and bring it into that center point where you marked. You're just matching up the dots, okay? So you're gonna bring that in, give it a clip, and then you're gonna take this little 3-inch mark, and you're basically just folding over on that mark. So you're gonna fold that back in on itself, and you're going to clip that. And after you've done that, you're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this side. You're gonna bring that up, you're gonna pinch it, bring that in to the middle, and get that lined up, clip that, and then you're gonna fold that in on that little 3-inch mark out there. Fold it over on itself and clip that down. And then take it over to your ironing board. Then what you're gonna do is when you look at the front of this, you want this to be about 6 inches wide, because the bottom of this is 7 inches. And we are going to need to fit that inside. So we're looking at 6 inches, which would be 4 inches in your center panel and 1 inch on each side, 6 inches, okay? You're gonna take that and you're gonna press it. We're gonna go ahead and do all of our towels, and then we're gonna go ahead and sew across the top at 1/4 inch. You could do it at a 3-stitch length to just baste it. You just want to hold it so when you're moving things around, it doesn't all fall apart and you don't have to mess with it all the time. So we're going to sew that. The other thing you're going to need is 2 pieces cut 7 by 35 minimum. So 7 by 35 is going to end up about here. You're going to lose about 1 inch altogether on the base. And that is going to be what I consider the petite size for this. Just kind of play with your sizes, be able to offer at least 3, figure out what works for you, what you like, and then work up and down from there. Just guessing, you do you, boo. But you're gonna need 2 of these, whatever size, 7 inches wide, and you are going to sew these right sides together all the way down, each side, both sides, right sides together, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and fold both of my towels, stitch across the top, then I'm gonna go ahead and stitch down the 2 sides of my 7 by 35 material, pretty sides together. I'm sewing pretty sides together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance on both sides. Turn right side out and iron. The one thing you do want to do is find the center of your tube, is because you're going to need to roll this up a little bit like your material taco, okay? We know we've got our center. We're going to take this and fold this in half. And then we're going to bring the bottom up and the top down to that middle fold that you created. A little like the old material taco. But we're not going to bring it up and together. We're just going to stitch over the top of this. And I'm going to go, I think that was my middle, right? Yep. Going to go down the middle. So then what you're going to do is the other end, you're going to go ahead and fold that in at about 1/2 inch. And we're going to put the towel, we've already stitched it, and we're just going to make sure that we are right side up, and you'll know because you don't want this showing that where we've stitched it together. This is going to be the top, one nice stitch. We're going to open this up and we are going to slide our hand towel in here. You're going to get it in there a good 1/2 inch to 1 inch. Slide that in. You're just looking to get it in there kind of even. This has some little stripes on it, so that makes it nice. I'm gonna give that a clip, give that a clip, and then I'm gonna bring the other end around. And again, I'm just checking to make sure that I've got this going the right way. And I'm gonna slide this towel in. And it's already looking adorable. Let's get our little threads out of the way. Now, I think my bobbin is about to run out. That's my only fear, is that my bobbin might be, we're gonna find out. We're gonna go at 1/4 inch up from the bottom. So I'm running it right along the side, the left side of my presser foot. I know that's right about 1/4 inch. I did 2 rows of stitching 1/4 inch apart. And that, my friends, is it. That is the Fast and Furious scarf, kitchen towel scarf. Enjoy. I hope you make lots of them and sell them, give them away to all the people that you love and care about. I'm Cassie. This is 62 Handcrafted. Full tutorials can always be found over on YouTube at 62 Handcrafted Happiness. See y'all soon.